I always paid attention to generators more. They are the majority and they can tune into their strategy and authority pretty much immediately. And I thought that the only way I can establish human design in the world was by waking few generators up. And so I spent about 10 years trying to wake up as many generators as possible on my way. I truly tried hard, and I hoped it would transform their lives. And then I realized it won't work as fast as I wanted. It doesn't work. And maybe I should pay attention to someone else. Of course, I am playing with you right now, but nevertheless. And I've noticed that projectors and manifestors are those that I feel commonality with, because we have an open sacral center. At the same time, they are deeply different. And what I understood about the types, the most important thing is that I see the aura as a wholesome energetic field which let us meet with different powers. And when I meet a generator, I don't just meet the power, I feel this field around myself, as if it entered my field. Whenever I meet generators, that's the first expression that I have. And this embrace, it is never personal. It's interesting, everything that is connected to the aura of generators, it is something amazing, embracing, but it's never personal. They are embracing with their aura any person in front of themselves and behind themselves as well. But when it comes to projectors, it's very different. I meet a projector and it is as if this person has a camera. All of a sudden, I start to realize that this is a totally different being. I can't get rid of that feeling. It's almost uncomfortable. Almost. Uncomfortable in the sense that I am a manifestor and I see this aura which is focusing on me. At the same time, with generators in this field around me, there is nothing personal. They are just moving with this energy, and the projectors, they are personal. There is nothing more personal than a projector. You see that if you are a projector and you are in the room with two people, you are already creating an enemy. Just think about it, because this is a great truth for a projector. If you are a projector and there are two people there, one of them will be very upset. This person will be upset because your energy as a projector can be focused only on one person at a time. That's what you are capable of. When you are focusing your energy on one person, the other one thinks, oh my God, he's totally ignoring me. When a generator is in the room, there might be other 8,000 people, and everything is fine because everyone is happy. They are all a part of the crowd. With projectors, it's different. Only one person at a time. And of course, it's their power, but it's also something that gets in the way. The majority of the world population is not projectors. 80% is not. And it's more than 5 billion of people who are not projectors. The majority of those 5 billion is energy types, and projectors seem like some sort of parasites which focus on one thing. We're all parasites. I understand it because we all live in this generator's life. But projector is so focused on one that his aura practically burns into you, going straight to your G center. It's not that it is holding a gun on you, but this gun is pointed at you, and it will never let it go. You can't let it go. The only people who truly bring projectors into the world are people with open throats. Because everything what people with open throats want is to attract attention. All they need for this is projectors. That's why as long as they have a projector, they are always ready to meet with a projector. They are looking only at me, they are worried about me, they don't see anyone else in that room but me. People with undefined throats are simply inhaling projectors, sucking them in. There is nothing you can do. They are looking for attention. You will see this power. And then they have a dilemma. There is always a dilemma. There is no energy here. It's not an energy type. The signature of each type is some sort of a holy grail. You are getting out from your garbage bin of what your non-self is, from the deep bitterness of a projector. I feel bitter that the sun is not shining. Bitterness is always there, and this holy grail is success. Generator can go from frustration to satisfaction with the speed of light. Projectors can't get to success that fast. It's not an energy type. It's not like they don't have this inner ability. No, it's not about that. What I like about projectors is that they are so ignorant about themselves, just like manifestors. We're not worried about ourselves. The last thing the manifestor thinks about is to find out who they are. They're not interested. They want to know whether they can influence others. I'm not watching projectors every day, but when I see them and think what they are, why they are here, what good they can bring, it's clear with generators. They are working, they are building houses. Manifestors are pretending that they are surviving, and they are all busy with their energies. And why projectors are here? This is their movie, to enjoy life. It will be better in the next life. When I was given this knowledge, projectors were put high up on the pyramid. And I thought, are you crazy? How can you change the hierarchy? How can you put people who don't know what they're doing onto the top? They don't have any power. And they have to be at the top of the hierarchy and manage us manifestors? I don't understand this. The world that we're living in, it's the world of generators, for generators. It's the most important relations on this earth, and it's very strange. Projectors are so unlike anybody else. They are really different, and it's important to understand it. Type is much deeper than race, than any cultural difference. For me, anything which isn't a manifestor is already an alien, something not of this world. It is some construction that I might be able to understand and feel, but I can't imagine what it is like to be a generator or a beta projector, and especially a reflector. I have no idea. I have enough problems with the fact that I have to live and play my manifestor's game. It seems like projectors have different time frames. We don't work in the same time frame with them. We don't even live in the same Maya with them. They're different. Speed is everything to me, everything to generators. We are the speediest people out there that you can imagine. We quickly spoil things, we quickly do things. We are energy beings. And here are projectors who are looking for this only center, the G center, which they want to suck up. Where is it? Where can I tap into it? And they've always been at the bottom of the hierarchy, because everything that mattered for everyone was this: power. That's why manifestors ruled the world. And it was glorious. It was very easy to operate that wheel. But we are leaving that age already. It has changed since 1781. Now we are in a new cycle which we constantly talk about, and this is a 7-year cycle of transformation which we're talking about. You needed to get rid of the old information which you were living, which was embedded into you. And when you are looking at projector's life during the 7-year cycle, this is the deepest marks of differentiation which you will see, because projectors are here for something. They are not here by accident. Because it is connected to the ability to focus on the other when there is no one else who can truly understand who this other is apart from him. This is the projector's gift. Manifestor doesn't want to know about themselves. They want to know about their influence. Projectors don't want to know about themselves. They are not interested in themselves. They are interested in how everyone else works. They are interested to know and recognize what it is like to recognize something in others. That's their gift. You also have to see that in order to become a master of something, a master of any system, it takes 7 years. You go to southern India and you want to learn a musical instrument. You sit with the master and you ask him how much time you need in order to learn this. And the master will tell you, 7 years. 7 years to learn anything. If you go to a traditional university, the way the system is built, it takes 7 years. Actually, my remark here, in Russia it is 4, 5 or 6 years. And it took me 7 years by accident. So these 7 years are embedded into us everywhere. We go through the 7 years on the cellular level, but for projectors, it's the only road to success. Success is something that a person is earning over time. There is no such thing as a success overnight, not for projectors. Every projector, when they are going onto the path of awareness, it takes the minimum of 7 years to become a master of another person. And they came into this world for this. Ultimately, when the hierarchy changes, something which is so important with the nature of projectors is the perfection of a projector, the thing that he will be able to recognize the potential of the other person. And that is their gift, to recognize the potential of the other, to be able to guide them properly. And in our consultancy, in business, we teach that ideally in every group, the leader should be a projector. That's what they came for. Projectors don't come here to be leaders. It's a totally new role for them. Manifestors are leading now, and projectors don't have such power to lead. They are a non-energy type. They can't lead, they can't guide. They can only guide when they are invited. They are conditioned like that. They can't be leaders. And the dilemma that projectors have is that the projector child, which was conditioned as a child, comes into this world with the parents who are not satisfied by them. It comes into the world which overburdens them, which wants them to be an active being all their life. They want him to be someone else. They want them to be someone they are not. Projectors as children go through hell because they are not recognized. They have the strangest idea about themselves when it comes to them. I've counted. There are around 70 different types of projectors. They are the most complicated of all the types. And you might have a projector with 2 centers defined, or you might have a projector with 8 centers defined. You can see the chart and automatically guess that it's a projector. They are very complicated creatures. But it all brings us back to the same thing, because you can't become a master of your world, your life, master of your ability and understand the other person, something important about them, if you will be busy in your life doing something that will destroy it. You have no ability to differentiate who is relevant to your life, who belongs to your life. A projector who is walking around with a plug-in order to plug into someone, anyone, anywhere. And his non-self mind will be trying to tell him, it's okay, no worries, we will get out of there. When they plug into someone without discernment, it destroys a projector, because they have to plug to the correct frequency for them. When I see all these non-selves, I'm not looking for any traits. I'm not looking for the expression of those traits, no. I only feel how the aura is passing by, and I feel this dysfunction in the aura. And it's really obvious for me in projectors how dysfunctional they are, how dysfunctional the frequency in the aura is. And they have no opportunity to stabilize this frequency because they have no established correct relationships with people. Projectors and reflectors are different in how they are dealing with conditioning. Because of the fact that projectors have a focused aura, they are made to be conditioned to receive the energy. It doesn't mean that they are made to give away their authority, but they have to take the other person in, the person they meet. And when you focus on the other, you take in the conditioning of the other person as well, and it's not correct for you. Think about who you are. You have a totally new car which works on gas, and you are using diesel. It's a good car. You can keep it in your dining room, but you can't drive it. That's a projector for you. One of my favorite things that I say about projectors is this. Imagine what it is like to be a projector of a car. You have to eat other people. You are looking at some people and say, this one is tasty, I'd eat that. And there are people who you would never want to taste. When you are a projector, you are taking in people so deeply, your beloved, children, anyone. Projector is standing in the queue at the supermarket. There are 8,000 people who are constantly penetrating your aura. They are recognizing you, yes. Everyone recognizes a projector, but it's not necessarily a good thing when you are recognized. You might be noticed at the wrong time. All my worry about the nature of a projector is that their strategy is so difficult that they are using it only from time to time. And all these invitations, you've got to be ready for them. It's not a gut response. Boom, and it's there. For projectors, the dilemma is not really about how many people recognize you, but about each specific person, to put value on each specific person. It's the ability to recognize the other. When I look at projectors for the last 20 years, I see that they have this incredible ability to intake the information, incredible ability, it is embedded into them, the program system analysis. When I'm meeting projectors, whether they are psychologists or astrologers, they still work in some systems so that they can go inside and understand what this other person is made of. And there was no other instrument like projectors in the human history who can easily penetrate the other person from head to toes. And you can't become a master of this human design system in one moment, because even if you are worried about yourself, you are focused on everyone else. It doesn't mean that this other will be correct for you. You have an authority, it is there to navigate you. But the key is to know that you need tools. This is a subject of success. What does it truly mean? It is connected with the fact that you, as a projector, reach a place when it is not an issue anymore. The fact that you are a non-energy type. In the beginning of this process, projectors practically wake up to what they are here for. And the fact of them being a non-energy type is always a theme for them. And because of that theme, they constantly walk with a socket to plug it in. And it's destructive for them. Bitterness is pretty cruel. It changes everything around. Let's look at these relationships between projectors and generators. Generators work very well, they have to work. If they don't use up their energy, they don't get satisfaction. That's why it's very important to work for them. But also, since I'm talking here about the non-self theme of generators as well, because they are so immersed in this process, they don't know how to live. Projectors are born with this, I don't want to work, I just want to live. The child projector thinks since birth, I will never work, don't ask me, don't tell me, I don't want to work, I just want to study, I will grow while observing, I don't want to work. And of course they have to work. Parents tell them to be manifestors and they hate it. There is no alive projector with a non-self who likes what he does. Oh, I have to work, damn, I have to work. There has to be some way not to work and to plug into someone so that I don't have to work. I want somebody else to work for me. Give me that plug. What a miserable life. Because this leads to addiction, abuse, nightmares, and to all sorts of pain. And there is no sense in that. The bigger the potential in every person, the harder it is to realize it. Projectors are given an opportunity through their hierarchical position. It's their potential and it has to be earned. It has to be earned by a projector, becoming a master of this world. And if you don't study, you don't become a master, you don't understand other people, how they work, you won't get anything, no success that you were born for. When this energy theme is not your problem anymore and you don't run around with the socket to plug it in, projectors have this incredible sense of self-value. When you're trying to plug into someone and nobody lets you, and there are so many people around you that you don't even like, and you feel offended because these people are not right for you. In the beginning, they don't even see you, and you don't know how to recognize those who are correct for you. They also can't recognize you. If you want to see the type which is spoiled the most, constantly is in the mind so that you don't even want to talk to them. That's projectors for you.